Hey guys, welcome to another New World video. And welcome to another episode of the Ironman series. I am sorry it's been a minute. My progress has continued, but my editing has fallen behind. I have been crazy busy, but in any event, here we are. So let's get into it. Well guys, welcome back. As you can see, I've been slogging away at the main story quest. I do have to say the new player experience was great refreshing change, but after you hit around level 25 or so and get back into the old quest, it becomes such a chore. I can't wait for revamps for Brightwood and the other zones that are coming. But that doesn't help me today, so I've been slogging away at this. But anyway, I am making my way through it, so it's all good. This quest is so easy now that people have considered it to be the best spot for leveling weapons. You basically just have to run by the area to complete it, as there's always a group here farming their weapon levels. It's kind of funny, really. One thing I definitely find difficult about questing in the Great Cleave is not stopping to hit all these weirdwood nodes. It's everywhere, and I'm going to be needing this later, so I can't pass it up. When you run by a weirdwood tree, you really regret it later whenever you're trying to make ironwood or something and you need like thousands of weirdwood, and you think back at all the trees you ran past. So I can't help but stop and just hit every single one. Do you guys have that issue? I know I do, especially with star metal and weirdwood. My gathering skills though, those are leveling quite quickly because of it. But my refining, that's not so great. I've been basically just mass storing any of these high tier materials for now, at least until I can start doing the brimstone chest runs, because for now anyway, I'm wickedly low on regents. I knew that regents were going to be the bottleneck though, so it doesn't come at any surprise. But again, that will all change when I start running chests later, so best to have it now over not having it later.
That's wild. Somehow, from this... Hold on. You're more valuable back at the fort. Jonas sent word that the Alliance parlay was all set. If you can get the factions to sign on to the fight, we can get the support we need in Great Cleave and beyond.
Seems to me that every single MMO I have ever played has one of these quests. Gather the water buckets and put out the fires. I mean, they are easy and they don't really bother me, but it would be nice if they would think of something new in these games. Okay, on my way to do the next quest, I just had to stop and hit these weirdwood trees here. You know, I actually do like this quest. It gives a decent hatchet that I've always liked the look of. I'm just really glad, guys, I'm getting close to the end. This is the part of the whole Ironman that I honestly wasn't looking forward to. The boring trip to 60. But once I'm there, I can get more focused, work on gear score, sets of gear, level my skills, things that are a little more interesting for sure. And there we go, that's done. Now I think maybe I'll share some of my favorite farming spots with you guys, because I want to pick up a few levels before I finish this up, just to make it easier. So I'll see you in a moment when I get to them. This spot here, guys, is one of my absolute favorite, Concreta Steps or whatever it's called, here in the Great Cleave. You rarely see bots here, and 9 out of 10 times when I come here it's untouched. So I hit all of the weird wood, I usually visit about 3 times a day, and at the very least once after my daily Great Cleave missions for my bonus. It really is a great spot for Weirdwood. I plan to hit here anyway for a few mats for later as well as some logging XP for now, so I figured I might as well share it with you guys. I'm sure you know about it, but it's just one of those hidden gems in the game. While we were doing this, I was just thinking and I thought I could talk about this. I'm constantly seeing this rhetoric kicking around the forums again about New World being dead, numbers don't lie, when will New World be shut down, and I just have to say, to be frank, it's getting a little boring. Now, I'm not saying that New World doesn't have issues. I'm not on copium, I know it does. I have made many videos talking about them, and I do feel like at times the devs are a little out of touch. But do I think the game is dead? No. Are the numbers of players low? Yes, obviously. But they were last year at this time as well, quite a bit lower even, and it came back. And I'd like to remind everyone that last year at this time, a Korean MMO was being released, and everyone was calling New World Lost Ark's waiting room. Now, another Korean MMO is about to be released, Throne of Liberty, and I'm sure it'll be a great game. And I'm also sure it will have pay to win. And I'm also sure that everyone will come back. It's just the reality that every Korean grinder MMO is the same. There are a few things you need to keep in mind when it comes to games like New World though. I know 18k or 25k sounds really bad for an MMO. And I mean, it's not great. But New World is not entirely exactly a regular MMO. We do not have some massive world that holds 100,000 players. We're playing on servers with caps of 2,500. And they merge them together during these times, so that 18k doesn't seem nearly as bad as people think when you're actually in the game. There are people everywhere, to an annoying degree sometimes when you're trying to gather, so that's the first point. Second, and very important to keep in mind, is New World doesn't operate off of a sub-based system, so people do not feel compelled to stay in game every day to get their money's worth. So, in between major patches, things drop off. But then, when the next content drop happens, it'll explode again. Why? Because it's free. And people will say they won't come back, but they will. And the bottom line really is that New World at its core is a very good game, with, of course, a few big issues that are being addressed. Now, the unfortunate thing is, many of the people raging hate on the forums are people who quit a long time ago. The things they're listing, these have been fixed months ago. Please keep it about things we really want to see that are actual current issues, like new OPR maps, the balance pass that they said was going to happen soon that basically halted the crafting market, stuff like that. These posts about horrible desync and lag and dupes, that's not a thing anymore. And I hate to say it, but it's true overall. Anyway guys, I keep getting messages asking if it's dead, and it isn't. It's quiet lately, but far from dead. And the next spot is here, at the Shrine in Weavers. There are many better silk locations for sure on the map, but this one I like in particular because once again, it seems rarely contested. People generally stick to the ones in Restless Shore Fields or Brightwood, or even the farms in Evanscale, but here they are always up, a really good spot if you need silk. Or of course gathering experience, which is why I'm here. I mean, I need to head to Restless Shore Settlement anyhow for the rest of the story, so coming this way will get me some nice XP along the way. Okay, it's come to that time. Time to get to the next rank of my faction. I'm going to be wanting to get this up to buy runes of holding, chisels, as well as gypsum orbs at 60. And it's great coin and XP to get the house moving along. Hey guys, while working on my advancement quest for the next tier of the Marauders, I came across this stone. It brings back so many memories of last year, before we all had the new 600 gear score tools. I spent so many hours here at this rock farming these motes. Back when we were all grinding void gauntlets for orichalcum ingots before they fixed it. Man, that was some nice profits back then. Nothing important here, it just reminded me and I thought I would share it. You can get a ton of death motes here.
Ah, the victory. She made it very well pale, fellow warrior.
Then Matheson has been dealt with?
Yes, yes. These are the alchemist Rubus believes there is some merit to my theory. And she had some ideas.
Well, now that that's done, I need to head to town and get the rest of my tools made, I think. Man, I can't help but notice every time I open this engineering table. These weapons look great. I think I'm going to need to make them. I hadn't noticed before that the level 30 ones are 500 gear score, but the level 45 ones are only 435. Seems off, but I'm not complaining, and I almost already have all the materials anyway. Okay, well, let's just get these tools done. Now for the weapons. Well, I don't know which ones to make. Really though, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just for leveling. It won't be forever, but having some nice hard-hitting 500 weapons will make this a ton easier. There we go. And next the hatchet. Oh, cock. It needs Scarhide, hadn't noticed that last time. Well, I guess back to Eden Grove to kill some pigs. Oh well, this will level my skinning and put some needed levels on my blunderbuss. Finally, got some Scarhide. Let's get back and get this bad boy made. Well guys, here we are. I made the long run to Ebonscale. You may be asking why, because I have no quests here yet. Well, I have finally gathered enough coin for my main story for my first house. And as most of you know who watch my videos, Ebonscale is hands down my favorite zone. Both to walk around in, but also the houses here are by far my favorite. So this will be my first home location. Of course, forgot to place the point to buy one. Got a little ahead of myself there. And there we go, I'm a new homeowner. See, even with a decent sized balcony, the cheap ones here are so nice. Okay guys, I know, another not so exciting episode, but I ended up playing much more than I had anticipated and I just had way too much footage. So little spoiler guys, the next episode's gonna be a big one. We make some big moves and there's no more screwing around. So for now, I think I'll just max my skinning and level my blunderbuss. So until next time guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.